I took all the stuff off of there. I have all this, that was all up there, and that was up there, so, not the plants, but all this stuff. If you see in my previous videos, I showed this area and what I use it for. I bought this stuff because I'm always worried about hot items coming out of the either microwave, sometimes spilling, or the air fryer sits over here. So I decided to get this stuff. It's like a contact paper, but it's heat resistant, supposedly. It's so thin though. I got it on Temu, so that's my fault. But it's flimsy, it's tearing apart while I'm using it. I'm going to go ahead and put it down. It's all wrinkled too. It came all wrinkled and the tube was folded. It was weird. Anyway, I'm going to use it anyway. Most of it's going to be covered up with the appliances, but it'll be easier to clean it and any spills, and maybe make it a little heat resistant, because that's just plain wood, and I don't know how safe it is for really hot things. So, and I'm sure with the white paint it'll burn, and it's already got some spots where I think the previous owner had things here, so it doesn't look that good. So I just thought I'd fix it up, kind of spruce it up here. I'm just in my pajamas, so don't mind me. I'm going to speed this process up for you. It'll be faster for you than me. Dogs have to go outside, so. Clean up my mess. Fast cleanup. And I'm going to put everything back very fast. There we have it. Everything is back in its place. I need to wipe things down and plug things back in. But everything is back in its place. And next I need to work on that. And kind of reorganize and clean up that stuff, because those things are empty. I actually have to refill them. There we go, all fresh and clean. Now to work on this up here. But first I take a break, because that's what I need to do to take care of myself in between my projects. I like to put this here to catch spills, absorb any spills. But this way I have a little more protection from hot items spilling. I went ahead and was trying to brainstorm as I was doing it, so it was going to be hard to show you because there's a lot of stopping and starting. But I did something similar as I did in my van, where I made these little boxes out of cardboard, glue, paper, and some tape. And at some point I'm going to get some kind of stickers, or I might paint these or create an art thing that I can then attach to this. I haven't figured out what yet, but I will figure that out soon. But for now, this is sort of a temporary fix. I'm also going to look at the thrift stores and see if I can find some cuter baskets. But this is sort of an idea of what I want here, is something to contain this stuff. And that way I could pull this whole thing out when I want to get something. I don't have to keep reaching back to get stuff. So I'm going to try to do something else like this on the other side, but I have to refill all these containers and sort out the stuff up there. So okay, I found the tripod. I moved it because I had Xfinity. I had my internet had to get fixed, and I had to move it, and I couldn't remember where I put it, but I found it. Yay! Except now it's hard to hear me because I still don't have one of those microphones that people wear, because I can't afford it. Someday when my channel, more people subscribe, I could get the money to buy a microphone. I used to have a microphone little clicker for the tripod, but I lost it, so I don't know where it is. So this all has to come down. I'm going to put these over here. Travel cups. I'm going to give these to my daughter for graduation. Need my sponge. Problem with cleaning up here is I have trouble reaching. So apparently the last guy that lived here, he left me all these appliances, but underneath the microwave it said microwave not included. It must have been when he changed his mind. To get my grandson over here to pull it down so I can. It was already clean under there. Looks like he cleaned, and then he put that. He must have shoved the note underneath when he changed his mind. So I just said to myself, why don't I just shift the microwave over, clean under half of it, and shift the microwave back over and clean under the other half. So that's what I'm going to do. Pull my little box out. There we go. There we go. Yay. I want to put these little mats. Now I wash these, I can put these up here. other side. I'm going to try to catch it so that doesn't happen. Ow. Ow. Well, I got him up here. Gotta get this over. Ah. No slip mat, so it's hard to fix the microwave where I want it. No slip. There we go. So that makes a cleaner surface up here. I think it looks a little nicer. Now I need to create another box for up there. I have to go find a box. Stay tuned. So I'm going to share an example of what happens when you forget you have something. So I'm trying to be resourceful and either make or use what I have. I forgot that I already had something. I already got the refund because it was all defective. And I put it out in the garage, or yeah, my shed garage thing. So I'll show you what it is, and I realized that these little baskets will fit, not the way they were supposed to. Obviously that's why I got a refund, because the poles didn't fit to put them, they're stackable. I'll show you. So I have these, and they're supposed to be stackable, but the poles that they sent don't fit in the holes. Those poles are too big for these holes. So I complained, asked for a refund. I would have sent it back, but it's one of those where they said don't return it, so I didn't. So I think these will work. So let's try it out. So I have one over here, and I'm pretty sure that will fit in here. Yes. So instead of the other box, I'm going to put stuff in here. So I can put one on that side. And I think I can put, I mean, it's not perfect, but neither was my homemade little funky box. I can put one here. Yes, and I will have things I want to get to. I might leave this one back further. I might leave a couple of the things I use the most on the, see, I don't use that stuff very much. So I'm going to try to arrange it a little differently. I wish I could stack them and that the little opening, see they have an opening here, but that's for them to be turned the other way. Because I would like to be able to put, I I don't hardly use those. I don't know where the lid is to that. The previous owner left that cup, so it just holds that stuff. Those are travel cups. I don't have it. I used a couple of them, but yeah. All right, so let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna try not to be in your way, but it's a little hard to put the camera where I'm not gonna be in your way. So I made this, but now I think I can put all this up here. So let's see. I can get you repositioned. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but now these jars don't fit too well up in there. So I think I may only do the one. It just throws off the whole look of it. I don't know. And these, they kind of sit there. Hear the noise in the background. That's these guys. What are you doing? You playing? Get it. We're having WrestleMania here. Little WrestleMania. Get it. While I'm trying to figure it out, what I do need to do is refill these containers. I'm going to do that. And this is, I keep my monk fruit. This is my no sugar sweetener. Not a sponsor. I do shop on Thrive Market. Also not a sponsor, but I really like Thrive Market. When I can't find some things at Grocery Outlet, I can usually get it on Thrive Market. I call it my online grocery outlet because similar savings. Sorry about the dryer. Similar savings. So now that's full. And then I like to, I rinse this out and reuse it because it has a good Ziploc. And it's a pretty tough plastic bag, so I just throw the opening piece away. And okay, so then I've been doing something different with my coffee. I mix, so this is what I get. It's a coffee alternative. Look, it's acid free, so it reduces the acid and the caffeine. It's prebiotic. I really like it. I get it on Thrive Market. Can't really find it anywhere else. So I mix this half of this and half coffee. So I still get my coffee, but I also get less caffeine and less acid. We're going to cut this open. Refill this container. And then we'll go back to figuring out how to arrange everything up there. So I have another container over by the stove now that I used to come and get this every morning, get that, get the coffee, because I had one with coffee in it, and I decided it was too much. Back and forth, back and forth. So now what I do, I wish this was recyclable, but no, not here. So now what I'm going to do is, this is going to just be a refill, and my coffee's in the cabinet. So this is going to go here, and then I'm going to put the, I think I was going to change lids because I can stack these, but this is slippery. That's, yeah, I guess it'll stay. Okay. So there, and there, there. I think what I'm going to do actually is, I'm part of the reason I'm doing this is there's supposed to be company coming. I'm going to put my honey up here. That's in there. I think I'm going to make a container of regular sugar because people probably want regular sugar. I know what I can do. I have a box of, so I'm going to put this behind here. The idea being is that I can just pull this whole thing out if I have company. I don't have to come back and forth. I can take the whole thing out, do what I want to do, put it back. Hopefully that's how it will work out. I'm kind of sad about hiding these jars because these jars are kind of pretty. I mean, they would look good here, but I can only fit one. I suppose I can put something else on top of that. Oh, and then I have my agave syrup. So I guess that can sit right here. So I think that will work. I was thinking more like that, but then there's no place for the syrup. I guess there is. That's how I was thinking. I don't know if you can see, but this is how I was thinking. I have these two trays. I might just put those cups away so I can push them both back. I think I'll put these away in the cabinet. Just put the napkins, because this has napkins. Kind of want to have those, but yeah. I'm going to put these away. If I can put those away, you can push these back. There. I think that looks better. At least it looks more organized. There's my coffee though, which I can put down in the lower section. Okay, so that is done. It's not the greatest. I mean, I think I still might want to find some cuter baskets, but it works and it's organized. And yeah, I can pull each tray out, get what I need. Let's put the coffee down there. Put the coffee down here with my oatmeal. Right there. oatmeal's back there. So I think this is sort of the breakfast nook, except for this corner. This corner's for the dogs. This is where the dogs, I don't really have, thought about putting one of those trays there for the dogs. I don't think I really need to put one there, but I think I will put one for the dogs. There we go. See, look how poorly made this. This is plastic from this. Okay, I had to switch phones again. My phone I was filming on ran out of storage again. I keep forgetting I have some SD cards, and that phone I realized when I was changing over my carriers and changing the SIM card that it has room for storage. So I'm gonna find my SD cards I have around and try to format one to put in there. So I had to switch phones to finish recording this video and show you that I organized all that. I don't know where it stopped. I'll find out when I edit, but got all that organized, cleaned up and changed. I put these up here. They used to be down here, and I put this here and this nice cushion for in case things fall that are glass, they don't break, and it catches spills that might come out of the microwave or the air fryer, or me making a mess. So that's it. Okay, so I did a thing and I was off camera because I got a creative streak, and when I get those I just have to like go for it and do the thing. My hair is super crazy today. Real creator stuff. Can't find my words. I was gonna say van life, but because that's what happens in my van. You should check out those videos. Anyway, I just keep it real. I could edit all this out, but I probably won't. I don't know. Anyway, I did a thing, so I'll turn the camera on and show you. I created labels with, I forgot that I had these pinking shears, and I have paint and a paintbrush, so I decided to get creative. I wanted to do it real quick, so I just did it. I found the paint, found a paintbrush. I had to dig up everything, and once I had it, I thought I'm just gonna do it because if I get sidetracked with something else, I'll never get it done. So, tea, coffee, which is kind of interchangeable because there's some tea stuff in there too, because it didn't all fit in that one, but that's okay, tea and coffee. And then there's cups, and there's my breakfast stuff, which I didn't put a label because you wouldn't see it there. And then I didn't put the label because I didn't put one on here. I thought I'll just label the dog. I've been meaning to label this container that I keep the dog food in because it said peanut butter pretzels. So what I did is I put a big label there, so that kind of goes in kind of sync with this stuff. So kind of like old school cafe kind of vibe, hopefully. So another way to be frugal and use what you have instead of buying more stuff. So I just saved a bunch of money that I would have went to the dollar store, bought baskets and labels and things. So, oh, I made them.